Welcome to the Auto Create Zone. Hopefully we can make some of your things in your life easier. Good day. Today we're going to be talking about images. More importantly, copyright-free images so that you don't have any problems with copyright. Now that means you have to create your own images, and there's a variety of different ways you can do that. Now, in the one video type thing I do, we probably average 100 to 200 images per video, which means we're probably creating a lot more than that so we get what we need. So these are just some various examples of just raw images that we're using. And they've all been created. And they've all been created for free. Free is a very important aspect. There are several services out there that for basically free, you can make as many images as you want or need. Now, these guys, Idiogram, what they're really, really good at is actually inserting text into your image and making it right. All right. Now, image effects, this is a Google thing. They do a really nice job as well, although text is not really their forte. Now, Microsoft has their own offering, and that would be the Copilot. Now, this one here is a little bit different. This is something we wrote to actually utilize something else, which is Pollinations. We'll have all these links available. Now, I'm not affiliated with these things in any way. Now, one of the last ones I used is this one here, NightCafe. And once again, it does a really, really good job, depending on the subject matter. Right? And that's most important to understand, is each of them have their own, well, pluses and minuses, pros, cons, any way you want to look at it. So, let's continue. Okay, what we're going to do is do the same image prompt for each one of these. And we have a variety of different ways we can use this one here. The standard model, 2.A, which is actually their fastest, right? When you choose these, you get less options down here. But depending on what you're looking for, if you have a lot of text to use, then you want to use that. We're going to just go to this one here. And we're just going to list it as an illustration, 3D render, cinematic, and then click down here and vibrant. This is going to generate 4 images for us. So while we're at it, let's go to Google Labs and we'll put in the very same prompt. And hit that create button on there. And let's see if we can just pull this one off without telling it to create the image on Microsoft. It may or may not do it. And this one here, once again, we can do this. We can go down. We're going to set a couple of things here. We quit developing this. Because I keep changing everything in the background on the other one. Now we're just going to generate the image there. And finally, we're going to go to this one here. Paste that in there. Set up a couple of our variables. We like using hyperreal. And we want that kind of size image. And there we go. And this is the kind of thing that you're producing on this. Not always the best images, but once again, this is the Google version. You notice how they're very, very similar. Microsoft didn't do anything. Well, because they're a pain sometimes. And this one here is this one. And this is what we got for this one here. For NightCafe. Now, the other thing you want is to be able to take and pull out the backgrounds. Like some people want to remove the backgrounds from this kind of thing. So we can actually do that right here, right in this one here. And it does a fairly decent job. Now, we have that one there. We won't go to that one yet. Let's go to this one here. Now this one here, we just publish it. And we can download that one too. But if we do this and remove the background, that did a pretty good job. Now we're going to look at see this image here. Now we're going to go over to Adobe. They have a free background remover. This is a hard link to get to there from their site, so we hard code that into our bar so we can get at it every time. Now, what was the name of that image? Well, we have to go look for it now. Okay, well, taking a little longer than I wanted. But here we go, March 1st. Now, we go to this remove the background. And let's compare that to this one. This one's actually slightly better. It has a lot more of the actual little bit of detail. But you can do this for basically any image you have, right? And it's free. And there's all kinds of paid versions out there that want to remove the background, and they all do the same kind of a job. So there's nothing special about any of them. They just want your money. Okay, let's move on to embedding text in images. Idiogram is the best. The absolute best. Google has one, but it's not quite as good, and it may actually end up costing you some money. Now, we're going to do this in a couple different ways. First, we're going to do it with just the standard. And we illustration, do this. And we like vibrant because we just get better colors, right? Now, we'll do that one. Now, this is a service I actually pay $8 a month for. It has the free version, and you're allowed so many images a day. And it's not images; you're allowed so many generations a day, right? So it gets the words fairly good. Things along those lines. So let's just go ahead and download them. That's just a dump file. Make life easy. I always try to save the images because you never know when you might actually want them for something else. Now, even with this one at $8 a month, I nowhere even come close to generating the number of images that I'm actually allowed. So $8 a month is a pretty good deal. You can actually upgrade it to something a little bit better at $20 a month, but I never have. All right, now when we generate this one again, we're going to go to this one here. Version 2 technically does better text to image, because you can see how this one here, it's not quite right. And this one we just had it on, I do believe, auto. And once again, you can see the text is just perfect. That one not quite as many, but it's not too bad. Once again, really good images. And like I said, they do it about the best. That's the only way I can explain it. If you go to Google image effects, this is unlimited on the day. You can, and I've generated 300, 400, 500, 600 images on this on a day. And once again, absolutely free. And free is always a good price. Microsoft, they get iffy sometimes. All right. Sometimes it doesn't like your prompt. If anything is even vaguely offensive, they don't like it, and they'll refuse. Now, I said this is mine here, and this is actually these guys over here. This is Pollinations. These guys are free. You can actually go onto Discord. They're on there. You can talk to the guys that actually sponsor all this. This is basically a free service, and you can create. So let's just create that. See what we get. We set it up for Flux as the normal one that they're using. We don't want the logo. We want it enhanced. That's good enough for height and width. Let's go 720. 720. And we click on it. And it takes a little bit. As far as we know, they're trying to keep this one as cheap as possible. Now this little logo of theirs, we can unclick that box and that logo won't appear. And it didn't do too bad with the thing, but it got rural wrong. It has it down as Rune. But they do fairly high quality images, so depending, once again, on what you're looking for. All these links will be in the description. So I hope you can get your images for free. The most important aspect that you have to remember is that when you're creating videos and things along these lines, you do not want any copyright issues. So if you create your own images using AI to create them, they're yours to use. Now, here's another thing that most people don't know about this, is that when you create an AI image, you can't copyright it. You have to actually go in and make serious modifications to it to make it so you own the copyright on it. The laws may change in the future, I'm not really sure, but that's the way that one works. Well, I hope everybody has a great day and you've learned something, and we'll talk to you next week. Remember to like, subscribe, do all that other stuff, and we'll make more. Thanks. Bye.